this. This is easier. It's not as pretty or as clever or as, I don't know, advanced as, I hope people aren't still sitting in that other live. They probably are. Or with luck they've moved on. Oh. Hey, Marianne. How are you? Oh, it's really hot here. Hello, boyfriend overseas. Robbie, seriously, you and I would get on so well if we lived in the same place. Hi, Angel. Hi, Hannah Harmony. A little dandelion flower just wafted in. I was just trying, I'm great, thank you. Oh, so are you, Robbie. It's a mutual love fest with us, isn't it? It's the way it should be. It's so bloody hot here today, and I've been at the beach, and it's just got to that point. Hi, Bella Blue. It is. It's awesome. We would get up to so much mischief if you lived in Tasmania, or if I lived in Colorado. Although, I've got to say, Colorado hasn't had a good rap of late. I think for my safety. Maybe it's just the heterosexual men you've got to avoid in Colorado. You'll look after me, won't you, Robbie? Well, it's winter where you groovers are. Well, I've come back off the beach because it was getting something in the water, definitely. So everyone should be drinking Evian. Or, you know, mineral water of some description. Can't see for shit. Everything's fogging up because it's so hot. But it was hot at the beach and I was starting to burn, and I'm going to go back down a bit later for my third swim for the day. But I just thought I'd come home and get in the shade and put on the fan. There's a fan like right there. I know it's all a bit close. I've got to sit close so I can read. You do, you're right. Even going to see a movie is high risk. I downloaded OBS yesterday and I'm learning how to go live on YouTube on my laptop. It's very different to doing it on your phone. You've got to have this thing called OBS. Marianne, we get orcas in. The orcas have just come back into the Derwent River in the last couple of years. Whaling was quite a lucrative industry. Oh, don't get too excited, Bella. Hi, Kim. Don't get too excited, Bella. It's just me getting out of the heat. And I'm having an what we call an icy pole. You guys call these popsicles, I guess. Hi, Nat. It's Proud and Punch. It's a coconut and mango flavoured icy pole. Well, it's a bit pornographic. Oh, it's a bit tangy too. It's just hot, and I just thought I'd come in, get out of the shade, and hang out with you guys. And I just have to talk about what's going on in the world of YouTube, because you love icy poles and frosty fruits. Frosty fruits, I'm assuming this is kind of the same thing. Is Robbie going already? Oh, bye, Robbie, because he's surrounded by killers. But down at the beach where I am, we get southern right whales. Oh, has Pink done one too? It's the talk of the town, right? And I just, I was walking back from the beach and I was just thinking, how is it that one of the worst crimes that's happened in our lifetimes, aka Christopher Watts, has brought all of these people together. I might just move slightly because my sunburst clock is giving me a bit of a wackadoodle hairdo. There, I can give you a bit of an outdoor shot. Isn't it bizarre that one of the most horrible crimes of all time in our lifetime, and probably of all time, really, if you think about it. This fucker's melting, hang on. Like, before Christopher Watts, I had my little Facebook community, which is, well, it's not that little. About 14 or 13,000 people across 2 groups for child-free men and women. People who chose not to have kids, people who couldn't have kids, people who just missed that boat. And the only rule we've got in our group, well, we've got a few rules about doxing and stuff like that, but the main rule of the group is to not abuse other members. So up until August last year with the Chris Watts thing, my experience with Facebook communities was a really respectful community that is over a decade old, that I created for a few friends and I to hang out in to chat about the whole child-free thing. And manners is really important in my groups. It's like a little cocktail party and everyone's respectful of each other. And then is Majestically Mandy here? Hey, gorgeous. I think I'm a like late show prelude to your show because I've just got back from the beach and hi Kebby. I'm seeing there's some chat going up too. I'll have a look at the photos of Jen's mum a little bit later. But yeah, so the point was my group's really well behaved. Like we can have the most fiery, angry, full-on debates about any topic under the sun. There's no topic that's not allowed. If someone is dumb enough to start a thread in my group that's racist, for example, we don't just delete it. We let the members go on there and say, you can't fucking say that. But if they start abusing each other, that's when we actually kick them out. And then the Chris Watts case happened and I started like all true crime buffs, you know, finding groups, got into some groups. Some I left pretty quickly because I couldn't believe how awful members were able to be to each other, and the mods were the worst and they were allowing all this abuse to go on. So I didn't like that. And then I found a couple of groups that I was a bit of a silent observer a lot of the time, or I just was there for comic relief because I was waiting for the evidence to come out, but I was convinced from the start that he killed all of them. And a lot of the groups that I was in, they were leaning to the maybe his story is true side of it. And a few times where I said, I don't think so, I think he did it all. Some of the mods ripped me to shreds, so I shut the fuck up. And then I was in my child-free group and we'd all been talking about it because we're kind of fascinated by family annihilators, and there are members who say that's one of the reasons they didn't have kids because they think they could have ultimately ended up wiping it, I shouldn't laugh, but you know, wiping out their family. That was a huge factor. They just didn't think they'd be a good parent. And then somebody in there was chatting about the Chris Watts case, and there was just a general comment that said, has anyone found any good YouTube channels to follow yet that are talking about it? And I went to Molly Golightly, and that was the first one. I think I might have possibly watched Grave first, but kind of went, who's that odd little dude down in the corner pinning Google Maps? And then I can't remember. It was around the same time, probably in the same week. And then I will say hi to everyone too. I'm not very good at these lives, like talking and eating and chatting at 3 times, like 3 things at once. It's a bit much for my pea brain. It's a long weekend in Australia, so I'm in holiday mode. Anyway, so I started watching Molly, Marissa. She had about 3,000 subs. And then, you know, gradually other channels started, and I'd followed Jay from the old Murder Rap Sesh podcast, and suddenly she was on the YouTubes as well. Have you got a popsicle to have, Kebby? Because I've got a box of these and they're a bit acidic. I love tart, citrusy stuff, but the mango on this one is a bit... It's how you know it's genuine mango though. They're not sweet, they're sort of savoury. They're yummy. I mean, it's got a little bit of sweetness, but just from the mango and the coconut. There's no dainty way to eat them though. Yeah, bouncing around all the different YouTube channels and all the rest of it. And then I started a channel. Thank you, Hannah. Although, yeah, I could do a live about how I feel about Australia Day, but today's the day we got off because Australia Day was actually on Saturday, and they're kind enough to give us a public holiday as well. But I guess my point is, all right, I started my own little channel a couple of weeks ago, and even on my little channel, I did one serious video in honour of a girl who was murdered in Melbourne a couple of weeks ago. And I had so many people attacking me on it, abusing the fuck out of me, ripping me to shreds. It was an 8-minute video. I did it off the top of my head. It was just an honest representation of how her murder made me feel. I stupidly went down the road of the not all men hashtag, which I think is fucked up as much as the Me Too hashtag has lost its way. And I mentioned toxic masculinity in respect of men and women always having to compete, and why can't we just start collaborating and becoming a lot more cohesive? And I just got abused. I was waking up every day to heaps of abusive messages. So I actually removed that video because I just didn't need it. I didn't need to wake up to this. And I've never experienced social media levels of hatred like I have since the Chris Watts case, both on Facebook and on YouTube. Which for me, up until a few months ago, was YouTube was where you went to watch music videos, live videos of your favourite bands, and fucking funny cat videos, really. That was the extent of my YouTube. I mean, I YouTube a lot. I like putting playlists on and mixes and Ministry of Sound mixes in particular, and it was always sort of something I'd go to for some music. But what I wanted to say was, does anybody else feel like YouTube's fucking drunk? Someone needs to send it home. I cannot believe. I mean, we could sit here now and go through everything we've all witnessed since we became YouTube people. Like, I'm interested, who's a long time YouTuber in here? Hi, Tanya. Hello, Beth. I didn't see you before when you cruised in. So, Angel. Okay, so Angel, have you been on YouTube, like watching lives? I didn't even know about YouTube lives. This is all very new to me. I know about Facebook lives. But are we just... did we all get sucked into this? You're new too. Yep, Kebby, your hubby thinks you're weird. See, I'm thinking I'm a weirdo. I keep saying how much I love train wreck viewing, but I feel like I'm actually on an out of control roller coaster. Hi, yo mama. Hey, maybe that's what I need to do, yo mama. Drama, danger, deception. I mean, more trendy with the demonetizations. I mean, I think all the negative crap. Exactly, Bella Blue. So part of my video too is I'm actually going to take YouTube under my wing, and we're going to have a little chat when YouTube's sobered up. I did think about doing a true crime channel because it is a really serious passion of mine, like it is for all of us. That's how we all came together. I guess I just want to know, is the is the community the Chris Watts case brought together that's all hanging out? Like, are we all just sort of hanging out in this little dive bar on the edge of the YouTube world, and the rest of YouTube is just people unboxing things and reviewing products and do a cover story? I'm tempted to. I'm being a pig. I nearly called this Chris Watts, what the fuck have you done? And if I had have called it that, I'd have about 700 viewers probably. Not my 16 gorgeous people. 17. What's tube? Well, that's just it, Kebby. Like, is it... You apologise for your rudeness. Were you rude, your mama? There's going to be rude in here. And hello. I mean, actually, yeah, Angel, good point. I used to come onto YouTube to learn how to fix things. All right, Hannah, so back to my dive bar metaphors. So this is what I want to know. Like, the case has brought a lot of beautiful people together because we were all just so fucking horrified by it, and we were just so thirsty to find places where we could discuss it with like-minded people and actually not be considered freaks because we were so into this case. But I feel like we all, like, oh, you forgot to say hello. That's all right. You don't need to. If you're in my Child Free Chicks group, you don't have to either. You just cruise in and say, yo, and just start talking. We go, yo, mama's here. Did we all get put on, like, this express train because of our interest in Chris Watts? But it didn't take us into the CBD where everyone else on YouTube's doing videos on how to change a tyre on a bike or how to put up an IKEA shelving unit or, I don't know, how to wash your fucking lady. And but they're all having a great time, milling around, having a bit of a dance party. And the train just ran out of juice and stopped right outside this shitty little dive bar on the edge of humanity that we all ended up in. And even though it's a dive bar with bad decor, the cocktails are fabulous. And the couches aren't sticky and the carpet isn't sticky. And we all kind of just went, okay, we're in the shittiest bar in the universe, but look how cool we all are. And then we all just started hanging out in there. Hi, Tilly. Oh, no, I did Google grifter, and I did know what it meant, because I'm pretty sure John Cusack's in a film called The Grifters, or Grifters, isn't he? Hi, Dana. This is your first time in here, isn't it? You're a newbie. Yeah, look, the Molly Go Lightly stuff, I don't want to go down the con artist road with her, because I don't, like, I know that you've got... Yeah, Tilly, she probably did do that. I've thought from the start that that Secret Live show was purely a bit of acting for money and stuff. Well, Beth, I know about Mrs. A, and that to me is a much more serious thing. It's a coconut and mango, what we call an icy pole. Americans might call a popsicle. It's 100% mango and coconut. That's coconut milk. That's pretty much what it is. It's melting. All John Cusack films are great films, Tilly. You know those celebrity head things that you can put your face in and it generates who you look like? I always get Joan Cusack, which is weird because her face is much skinnier than mine. But she looks like a kooky, funny kind of chick, so I'm down with that. Whereas my friend Lizzie, when we put her face in to see what celebrity she looked like, she got Kiefer Sutherland. So I'm happy. So her nickname's Kiefer now, but I'm happy to stick with Joan Cusack because that means I've got John Cusack's number in my mobile phone. It's a very dramatic day, and that's the thing. I was walking back from the beach going, I need a reprieve from the heat. I'm going to go home, eat a popsicle, put the fan on, and go live and just... Well, I actually was going to curl up in the fetal position and shake in the corner and then also in the same breath burst out laughing. I cannot believe it. It's like the dive bar is where we all met, right? And then there's this little door at the back of the dive bar, and then we're all told to go through that, and it's an amusement park. And everyone basically got unlimited access to all the rides. You could all go wherever you wanted to go. And so people like Mrs. A went to the Hall of Mirrors because that's all about distortion and, you know, it's not reality. And maybe you could put Molly in there too. But like Marissa's, I don't want to go down the Marissa thing. Like I'm more interested in the whole pug thing. Not that I'm saying it didn't happen, but I just think about what we've witnessed, right? So we go to the amusement park and everyone's gone off to certain places. And then I think all of us who kind of are largely spectators or, you know, on the fringe, a bit fascinated by it. Some even doing great parodies or doing little videos. I think we all got on the roller coaster because it looked fucking amazing. But nobody told us to grip on for dear life because none of us could have predicted the ride we were about to go on. And I don't know if I want it to stop. I don't know if I want it to get off. Or at least I want to know what's the next best ride to get on. Don't stone you, Bella Blue. You don't want to get stoned with us? Can we stop yelling, man? Who the hell is Mrs. A? Well, if you chill out, I'll tell you. Tilly, have you got some tea or a stiff drink you can just take to chill out a bit? Oh, Yolanda, I did know that, I think, from the Yo. Very clever. So, Mrs. A is one of the people who was on the train who went to the dive bar on the edge of the YouTube world with the rest of us when the Chris Watts case broke, right? And we're all in that bar, and then we all got through the GIMP train, baby. I'm never going to get away from the GIMP tag. Please don't start yelling at me, asking me what the fuck the GIMP thing's about. Watch my video about face masks. So we all go through the door, we're all in the amusement park, and then everyone goes to the rides that they like. And some people just went on the roundabout, the merry-go-round, because it just goes around and around and around, playing inane music, and it's pretty safe, but you can still kind of see what's all going on in the Chris Watts world, right? And then other people, like, say, Mrs. A, she went, who I will explain, she went, like, to the Hall of Mirrors where everything's distorted and... you know, you turn a corner and then it's a completely different view, and then you turn another corner, and this is all relevant to the Mrs. A thing, so just remember that. And then there's people like Grey Hughes Investigates, who went straight into the control room, and that's where they sit and they basically keep an eye on all the fucking rides, and they put pins everywhere to make sure that they've got like a Google map of the amusement park, and they're kind of the factual part, that if you just want to go and get the facts and see a Google map pin, you go to the control room. And then you've got John Crimes, who... What sort of ride's John Crimes on? Oh my God. This has melted so much it's just jizzed all over me. Look. That looks totally like jizz. Give me a second. Oh my God. Oh. Not that I know what jizz looks like, I've just... And in honour of Australia Day... Australians, oh let us rejoice, for we are young and free. My dad's one of my dad's favourite possessions, his Australian flag tea towel. Bless his heart. I didn't keep many of his possessions when he died, and he'll be most upset I just mopped up the jizz with an Australian flag tea towel. Oh, hang on, it's a bit sticky. I've just got to get a little spongy thing. Well, so much for that dirty little... Okay, so I've learnt my lesson. Don't ever eat a popsicle when you're doing a live again. It's jizzed all over the floor. Like if somebody walked in here right now, they'd be like, what the fuck did you get up to last night? And then I'd just be like, heaps of fun. Right. Sorted. My father would be rolling in his grave, except that we cremated him, but this is another one of his favourite possessions. It's an Australian flag cushion, and on the other side it's the Union Jack. He was a passionate constitutional monarchist, so hey, who does this remind you of? Who likes the Union Jack? Who did we discover on the Chris Watts train to nowhere? God, I look like there's heaps of gossip I've got to catch up on. Someone, anyone. Union Jack. Exactly, Marissa. She's even got one. She's even got one of these tattooed on her ankles. She says it's for Morrissey. She doesn't realise it represents bloody Commonwealth countries the world over. Anywho, so have you worked out who Mrs. Analyzer is? Because I've got to scroll way back through chat because that Jizz episode got in the way of a good time. Or it might have been a good time. Okay, can somebody just explain, it's still really sticky. It's like I'm cleaning up after doing a bit of bukkake for money. On the Air, Mary Marlowe. That's quite a cool name. But when do you think Shanann died? Are you talking Watts or have you stopped? Did you see Armchair Detective's vid on the fact Bella could have been alive? Well, okay. No. I think Shanann. I don't know. I used to think the kids were murdered first, and then he just killed her when she got home. I can't remember the other questions. The thing about Bella being alive, no, I haven't seen that. Hi, Jamie Magnificent. Are we talking Watts? Well, sort of. I'm saying a lot of us found each other on the YouTube world because of Chris Watts. Weirdly enough, it brought us all together. And I'm just talking more about what a roller coaster ride it's been. Like it wasn't August might have been the very end of August when I got onto the YouTube stuff. In fact, it was because I was in Hawaii in the last week of August and we were watching Molly Go Lightly stuff in Hawaii. So since the end of August last year, we've all been on this crazy roller coaster ride. So in terms of talking about Chris Watts, I'm not actually talking about the case tonight or today for me. I'm talking about how I find it extraordinary that this case brought all these people together on Facebook. It spilled off into YouTube, and just the amount of shit that's gone down in 4 months on YouTube. And is this what YouTube's normally like? Or are we all just in some little dive bar that's a little bit fucking crazy and the rest of YouTube is just off being peace, light, love and happiness, and we're just stuck in this crazy ass dive bar which has access to a little amusement park, and we've all jumped on the roller coaster ride and we can't get the fuck off it. And do we even want to? So yeah, that's what it is. That's Tattoo Girl. We did stumble into a dive bar. Okay, Jamie. So Jamie, you are probably more experienced YouTuber than most of us, because a lot of us only really discovered other aspects to YouTube beyond watching music and, hello Tevi, watching music videos, how-to videos. Hi Tracy. A motley mix, Coco. But yeah, it's just been eye-opening. And I was just walking back from the beach going, the amount of shit that has gone down, not just the whole Watts case thing, because how much of a roller coaster ride was that? That all happened so bloody quickly. And then all the... That's okay, Tilly. Oh, my thong is stuck to the floor. Before you freak out, Americans, thongs are what you call flip-flops. I'll show you. In Australia, we call this a thong. You call it a flip-flop, we call it a thong. We call it what you call a thong, a G-string. Or a G-banger. Fucking G-banger up your clacker. Ugh. I can't see. The heat makes these glasses fog up. I need to go to my optometrist and say... Channels versus channels all over the YouTubes. Yeah, I agree, Bella. I've also learned, because that was what I was going to say. I was thinking of doing a true crime channel because I'm obviously true crime addict like you guys are all. I'm definitely a murderino, and I was quite happily listening to My Favorite Murder podcast driving home the other day, and I've got to say I was actually relieved that I could just drive and just listen to them, to Georgia and Karen, just talking murders. My favourite murder. What's my favourite podcast? I've got quite a few that I like. For true crime, I've got heaps. I like I'm Phoebe Judge, and This is Criminal. I love a bit of Phoebe Judge. For Dive Bar. Well, I'm trying to have fun with it, Susan, because the whole point of this is I want my channel just to be fun and silly, and I want to no, you won't be on the air, Mary. I don't think the NK had anything to do with it either. Didn't buy into all the NK bashing either. Didn't particularly like aspects of her personality. Certainly made a few jokes about her because that's kind of what I do. I'm from a family where dark humour gets us through death and so on, and I've lost both of my parents, and it's a bit of a... some Windex stops the fogging. Thank you for that tip. Didn't know that. Don't own any Windex, but I'll buy some. The Time Suck podcast. Funny comedian. I do listen to a few, but I mean, I'm a comedian. I do stand-up comedy as well, so I kind of... yeah, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that on the air because I shouldn't call you that, Mary. I'll just call you Mary Marlowe if that's all right. Oh, yeah, Mary Marlowe. It's a great title. Like it a lot. Fuck 25. I don't think I've had this many in a live ever unless I put Chris Watts or Molly Golightly in the title. Yeah, so the true crime thing, I really want to keep doing true crimey stuff. If J is for Justice ever, said to me, would you like to come on a panel again, I'd do it. I'm certainly interested in researching and doing little lives maybe about some Australian cases that are pretty whack. But I don't think I'm going to do my own channel because even today on this channel, which I just want it to be a bit of fun. It's where I live. I like taking you for little drives. I love doing that one with Jamie and with Ange, and who else was on it? Shanna Banana, Michelle. That panel was fun. It was good fun. See, I can't handle doing the lives with the chat and everything. The fuck. Oh, have you seen my fuck apron that I got for my birthday? A wild and crazy girl at age 52. Look out. I'm wild and crazy. But my point is, you haven't seen my fuck apron, Ange? The fuck word apron. Hi, Michelle. How's Philadelphia? That was your radio name. Did you know that I did radio too? I did breakfast radio for 7 years in Hobart. Oh, cool. See, this is why this is a nice group, because it's sensible women and men who aren't 19. Although, let's be honest, the most insane shit that's been going on YouTube has been people that... So Mrs. A, I'm assuming you all know who she is now. The point of it all was really just all the crazy... Yeah, I do stand up. I'm doing some on Wednesday night, and I'm going to see if I can... Night, Jamie. See if I can film it. This chat thing is so full on, like even with 24 people, and probably not all of you are chatting that are watching right now. I don't know how they do it when they've got thousands of people watching. Oh, Coco, I'm not remotely sensible either. I stopped that sentence for that reason. All I wanted to say was I just want my channel to be fun, silly. I'm still passionate about true crime. I'd love to be included on panels and stuff like that if people feel like having me on it. But in terms of doing my own standalone channel at the moment, I just want to focus on coming up with creative content and doing fun things on here. And yeah, if I'm fortunate enough to be included in some true crime stuff, I'll do it. I can talk true crime till I go blue in the face. But what I was going to say is even this channel, which is just meant to be a little bit of fun, my drive through Tasmania on Friday where we had 59 bushfires burning. Thank you, Angel. Thank you, Michelle. No, I'm not savage. I get savage about... Yeah, they're just possums. You need to drop the O, Mary. They're very different to opossums, the brushies. Thanks, Susan. Yeah, I'll do a video of my possums for sure. I want to show them off YouTube, but I've got to get the right possums. Some of them are really camera shy, like little Una, who's a bit special. I've got a special needs possum. She was up here last night and she's terrified of the camera. I tried to take even just a photo of her. She's not good. But Possum Magic, who's been here as long as I have, like I bought the house newly built in October 2014, and the first night here I was having a bath and I heard footsteps and I'm like, what the hell? I've already got someone unwanted rocking up in my house, and it was a little brushy. No drama in here, but I still want us to chat about, we can still observe the drama and talk about it, but like some people do come in here and they've got very firm views about Molly like Tilly does, and I'm cool with that. I don't mind you guys talking about that in here, but in terms of me actually doing videos specifically on stuff like that, no. I don't have the energy. I just wanted to... I'm really interested in hearing people's perspectives, but I'm not going to read a comment and go, yeah, you're right, she's fucked, because that's not me. And, you know, I'm not saying that's what Tilly wanted either. Yeah, they are. They're very cute. Tattoo Girl, the possums, the brushies, they're very cute. The little joeys on their backs. One of my girls, Possum Magic, she's very heavily pregnant, and I've been away for work for a couple of weeks, and I think she might be, when the little one first comes out of the pouch, she's got to teach the joey a lot of things, little survival things. So normally when they get really heavily pregnant, I see them, and then I don't see them for a week or two, and then she'll come up onto the deck with the little joey on her back when she's teaching the joey to climb and so on. No, on the air, Mary Marlowe, she won't discuss Chris Watts anymore, and I probably still will discuss the Chris Watts case, because I don't think it's ever going to go away. I will film it, Cynthia, for sure. I will, Cynthia. YouTube is a series of niche cesspools with attention whore commentators and each of them vying for views. You're so eloquent, Tilly. Niche cesspools. Okay, so there's more than one. Attention whore commentators in each of them vying for views, infighting, lions, gaming and doxing each other. Sounds fun, right? No, they're different, Yolanda. Ours don't hiss, but they weren't given very nice voices from God or whoever created the little possums either. Ever gets involved with the Watts? Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of that bit her on the bum, didn't it? You know, you can't raise money to take Frankie to New Orleans and then Frankie doesn't go to New Orleans and think people aren't going to wonder what the fuck happened with their money. You know. But, like I said, the Chris Watts case is never going to go out the window for me, because it's a case I'm fascinated with, and if things pop up, of course I'm going to follow it. People are... Yeah, we have today off, Ange. It's Australia Day. Yeah, well, Australia Day was actually Saturday. But because it was on a Saturday and we get long weekends for Australia Day... Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are young and free. It's my dearly departed dad's Australian flag tea towel. Well, it's not even a year old. Yeah, you're right, Marianne. And that's the thing. I mean, people are still talking about Jack the Ripper, aren't they? I think your 4th of July is more of a celebration because it's an Independence Day thing, whereas Australia Day actually is, I'm going to say commemorated, but, you know, I personally feel commiserated. It's the day that white settlers arrived and invaded. What shit fest involving SpongeBob? God, Tilly, you crack me up. What the fuck? Really? I missed something back here. Susan, I am going to talk about Lady A. Just one sec. 4th of July. Yeah, it's a very contentious date here. Most of us think it's, you know, Invasion Day and night on the air, Mary Marlowe. I'm going to sub to you. I'm really looking forward to seeing your NK thing, and I don't think you're going to be the only person who doesn't think she had anything to do with it. It can't just be the two of us. Thank you for joining too. It was really nice to meet you, albeit digitally. And right, shit. This is why I can't do the live thing. Because you're gorgeous, you're all asking questions, but it's sort of like, And I used to watch Molly and think, Jesus, you scatterbrain, just answer a question. And now I'm doing it and going, I don't even get to finish a sentence half the time. I think, like, if I did do a true crime thing, I would do a little blurby bit at the start. I would completely hide chat. I'd have my little bit to explain. And then after that, then I will turn chat on and we can all chat. Because I am way too scatty. I am going to talk about Mrs. A in a sec. There's a couple of things I wanted to finish fucking answering. 4th of July. Your 4th of July is a celebration in Australia. Australia Day is very contentious. It's an invasion date that we still mark it on. Most cool people want it moved. We want everyone in Australia, the original Indigenous inhabitants and the descendants of the invaders, to all celebrate what Australia has to offer together and be inclusive, and we just want the date moved. The majority of Australians. The bogans are all like, yeah, no, I'm having a fucking barbie, Australia, best country. No, not everyone feels that way, and you know, we've had National Sorry Day to apologise to our Indigenous population for a long time now. I mean, John Howard was our Prime Minister when that happened. It's acknowledged every year. And shifting the date isn't that big a deal. We just think it's kind of crappy to have a long weekend and all these parties and stuff on the date that Australia was basically invaded by the Brits and colonised. And we put our Indigenous people through hell, and still do in some respects. So, yeah. So, no, not like the 4th of July, but kind of in terms of it being a national holiday, yes. So, let's go on to Mrs. A. Spreading awareness about Australia Day? Not a problem. Kind of like Thanksgiving. Have you seen the Christina Ricci be playing Wednesday Addams Thanksgiving thing? Fucking oath, it's great. My niece Lily, who likes to be called Wednesday from time to time, she showed me that. Fucking hell, it's funny. Let's just say the whole country gets the day off. Was it Kevin Rudd who said sorry? I thought it was Howard. God, I'm wrong. It was Kevin. That's the only good thing he did. Amon family. What year was it though, Bella Blue? It was a while ago. Was it 2008? I agree, as long as it's in the warm weather. So, oh, the Addams family. Oh, Oh, that's another thing. I sing all the time and I talk in song lyrics and stuff, and everyone's going to go, "You can't be like Molly, go like me." I'm not. I don't have fake boobinas. I'm a brunette. I'm Tasmanian. And I'm actually more interested in what you guys have to talk about than my stuff. Okay, so boobinas, stealing. You steal it, Cynthia. Yeah, 2008. I think so, Bella Blue. I usually have a laptop up so I can Google things while we chat just to correct stuff, but I don't know why 2008's ringing a bell. Maybe because last year was the decade sort of not celebration of, but acknowledgement of. Could be wrong. I don't brain very well on long weekends. So with Lady A, okay, no spa packages. No, but come to my house and clean all this jizz off the floor. Marianne, who are you talking about? Oh, she's talking about Molly. Ange, don't worry. I've got wrenches in here, but they all know that I don't actually expect them to do any wrenching at all unless it's like that dude Ibrahim the other night that was posting links to pornos in chat. But Angie's onto it. If any shit goes down, she's a shit stain. The Jizz channel. All right, I'm going to cover Lady A in 1.5 minutes because that's the amount of time I'm prepared to spend discussing her. And for many reasons. I can tell you what happened. Firstly, Black Hole Sun, if you want the full picture, there are other YouTube channels that go into a fair amount of detail. I can't think off the top of my head the best one to go to, but Pink Lady Luck does one. Majestically Mandy, sorry, is probably one of the best ones to go to. She did go live. It went for several hours, but she gives a lot of the information out. But essentially what happened is, and not surprisingly, is she's a con artist. She's a good escort. I don't think you're talking about Lady A, Marianne. Surely not. No. This is what's wrong with me. I just get the giggles and start crying and laughing about the stupidest stuff. I knew it was Molly. I just couldn't resist. And I convinced you. So yeah, Black Hole Sun. It looks like the Lady A thing. She's a con artist. Things just weren't adding up. I have been keeping an eye on her channel because I was missing the train wreck viewing from Molly's page, and until somebody can tell me someone else to watch who's just a total whack job on YouTube, and seriously, like, put it in the comments if you links, let me know. I'd love to move on to a new train wreck. I really would. But so I keep a bit of an eye on Lady A and I keep a bit of an eye on Molly, but Molly hasn't been, like, I don't, the life coaching stuff, the Deepak Go Lightly stuff doesn't do it for me. But bless her heart, she's done a couple of lives and I'm like, yeah, cool, the train wreck's back. But take everything on YouTube with a grain of salt. Seriously, anyone who thinks, I mean, I'm pointing the camera in this direction because my kitchen at the moment looks like a fucking shit storm because I've been down to the beach and back all day, and I'm going back down there again, and I got back from the shops and I went, I want to go live before America's completely asleep because some of you guys will join, and so the camera's pointing this way so that you don't see the shit pointing that way. crap everywhere, right? So just in that example alone, take everything you see on here with a grain of salt. There's a reason people choose the backgrounds when they go live. You know, probably a pretty lame-ass example, but so anyway, I saw Lady A. She did a video last week and it started to get a lot of comments, and it's one that was still on her channel up until last night probably, and there was a link in one of the comments that they went to another video that had heaps of comments. But the moment for me was when Tiffany, who I feel so bad for because she obviously had a really good heart and believed the whole hi Jody, this may not interest you. Oh, it might, I don't know. Talking about Mrs. Analyzer. But Tiffany, finally the penny dropped that things weren't adding up, and there were a lot of people that were pointing out what wasn't adding up. And the most recent claim that she was going to have stem cell surgery and that her son was approved as a donor, and then people were going on there saying that's bullshit because the donor has to be treated for X amount of days, and look, it just all got debunked bit by bit. Like, people with knowledge and information came on and said that can't possibly be true. And then she went live, Mrs. A went live, and bless critters, she was still sticking up for her and defending her. And again, you know, good heart, who just fell into this woman's web of deceit. And I think Critters, last time I looked on Lady A's channel, she was still sort of saying, no, she's terribly sick, don't be mean, whatever. But then overnight, more stuff's unravelled, and even Critters now knows the truth. And in Majestically Mandy's video, even said, she deleted it, Tracy. Oh, well, I took a screenshot of it because I thought her exit speech was ace. And I don't normally screenshot anything, but I was like, that's so well written. Yeah, Tilly, and that's the issue that's contentious with us, because it was the day the UK made Australia a prison colony, and there were already people living here that were and are still systematically abused by us. No, Jamie, she doesn't have cancer. Well, I mean, she hasn't gone on to say that she doesn't have cancer, but it's pretty obvious that it's all just a load of bullshit. And then Critters was actually saying that she had got a PI, like a private investigator, to verify things for her. But, yeah, in terms of going into the nitty-gritty of it, I was just filling you in on what happened. I guess, yeah, my original reason for coming on was just to say malingering or Munchausen's, maybe. There's something not right. But, I mean, it's not my place to diagnose or anything like that. It's just another... I'm sorry, Black Hole Sun. There's a lot of information out there which is... and discussion which might help you. And maybe watch Majestically Mandy's live that she did, because Critters and Tiffany and some other people who followed Lady A were all in there. And there's a lot of gentleness and a lot of love and support for them while they come to terms with this, because, you know, they were the closest people to her, and it must be heartbreaking. But there was a lot of really gorgeous support for both Tiffany and Critters going on in there. And I think if you were a follower of Lady A and you worried about her and donated money and felt sorry for her and all that sort of stuff, I think if you watch the Majestically Mandy video, that will actually not just give you the information you're seeking, but it will also give you the support that you're probably going to need. But yeah, freaky as fuck, the YouTube world, and I do feel like I need a new train wreck. I got this. I put this next to the computer, or next to the little stand earlier. There have been a few people who vlogged during a terminal illness, and some of them have been gorgeous, gorgeous people with so much to teach us. I can't remember the girl's name, but the one that has had, she died sadly. I want to remember what, a friend of mine's son's got it. Cystic fibrosis, and she had the little breathing tube, and she ended up, I don't think it was a TED talk, but she ended up getting to share the stage with someone and do a talk, and that was very, very moving following that vlog. I can't remember her name. I can't keep up. Claire, that's ringing a bell. She was so cool. She was just like, yeah, I'm dying. Let's talk. Really liked that girl. Thanks, Ange, for reminding people to hit the likes. I know, 29 people watching, 6 likes. Thanks, Ange, for... That's the only thing my mods do. Hit the like, and if someone tries to put a porn link in, delete them. Yolanda, she goes from agoraphobia to anxiety to depression to cancer. What's next? Yeah, I know. I mean, look, I didn't get into Lady A as a viewer. I went there out of curiosity because, you know, these people would go into other people's chats. I mean, I was in Molly's when she said, fuck Frankie. I was there that night, and I already had a pretty firm opinion about her by then. I couldn't understand the undying loyalty she was getting, and I was like, this woman, this was even before she was telling everyone she was sick. You know, she'd be in bed in a dark room, and I just didn't see any reason why everyone was so into her. And then I thought, well, I'm new to YouTube. Maybe she's been around forever. Maybe these are her followers. I didn't know anything about the agoraphobia and all the other things until I started watching a few of her videos. But I actually couldn't watch them. I found them really depressing. I found the people in chat seemed to be the ones that gave her things to talk about. And when that whole illness story broke and the cancer story broke and the proof of it was the saline bags, I was just like, this is bullshit. Like, hold up something on the screen that says you have been diagnosed with brrr. That's all she had to put up there, you know, but she put up a saline bag and that was proof, and then that got debunked. But I didn't actually, I didn't find her very appealing in the first place, so I kind of, yeah, the train wreck with her and Molly I found spectacular viewing. It has to be said, but I wasn't emotionally invested in her, and I also was confused why people were watching her. But then I'm confused why people watch me too, so, you know, horses for courses, right? Sorry to hear that, Susan. My mum died of cancer as well. She was 60, and she died... Oh, what have I done? I don't want to report you. I just want to get your chat back. No. Come back. Yeah, my mum died a month and a half after she turned 60. She's too young as well, like your mum. And 19 years ago she died. She was 27, and then my dad died in 2013. But you're right, cancer, you don't joke about it. And that was the thing that, I mean, the Chris Watts thing blows my mind, how everything's so heavily intersected. I dated a narcissist who knew that my mum had died of cancer, who told me while we were together that he had cancer, when his lies started unraveling, to get sympathy and take the focus off his lies. It just, and then that, you know, operated in a very similar way to Chris Watts, and then along comes Miss Lady A talking about her fucking cancer, and It just makes you realise the world might appear to be a big place, but it's really just this little spinning dome, and we're all just kind of walking the same path. It's just we're all getting onto it and out of it at different times. But you can just keep ticking boxes for, you know, things we've all got in common the world over. Marianne, well, she was saying her son was giving her bone cancer because that was, you know, going to be the next stage of this saga. I was going to show you this before. I thought, because my lives, I usually get like 10, 15 people. And I thought, oh, if it gets a bit slow in chat, I'll just do this little, because it's too hot to be outside. What do you do when you go away in summer and it's too hot? You stay indoors and play board games and do puzzles and stuff, right? I was going to sit here and do the hipster. But it's actually going to be, it's only an 88 piece. It's a little mini jigsaw put out by the Ladybird, the people that do Ladybird books. But don't be fooled. This is the second one my sister's given me. And they've got a lot of background colour. And I was like, I'll do that in 5 minutes. It actually took me the last one about an hour and a half. So I was going to do this while we chatted. It was going to be my little timer. And when the puzzle was finished, I was going to stop. Nope, I'll do it later. That's putting me. Claire was beautiful, brave, yes. There's no way to actually scroll through chat without my finger just being there, so sorry. Claire Wineland, thank you, Miss PP, for that. Dear Melanoma blog by Emma Betts. I'll have a look at that, Bella. See, look at it. It says Yolanda, she lost her mum as well to cancer. Didn't lose her in the car park kind of thing. Sorry, bug humour. I should have made that joke about my mum, not yours, Yolanda. But it's, cancer sucks. Fuck cancer. Cancer is evil. Oh, and then your dad died 13 weeks later, young, 62 years old. Oh, Susan, sorry, that's so sad. It's kind of romantic too, though. Ooh. But they're both way too young. I mean, a girlfriend of mine's parents died within, you know, a couple of weeks of each other, but they were really elderly, and she actually did a beautiful eulogy talking about how much they loved each other and they just didn't want to spend a day apart. Like, you know that Winnie the Pooh quote that is, I love you, and if you live to be 100, I want to die at 99 and 364 days so I don't have to live a day without you. But your parents, yeah, that's way too young. Being there. Hi, Tori, just dropped in. Are you home? What, are you coming over? I don't even know who you are. Your name's Being There. It's like, are you coming to visit? Marianne, no, she wasn't on the Majestically Mandy vid, Lady A. No, but there's discussion on there. I should try and catch up. Yeah, see, Bella Blue, stay inside when it's hot. No, you're up in Brizzy Being There, so you won't be dropping in. So, yeah, I am at home. I was sort of like, fuck, is she looking through the window? This bloody YouTube's making everyone paranoid. People are falling left, right and centre. Friendships that were formed, everyone's now like, fuck, do I trust them? It's just got ridiculous. And I don't want drama on my channel, but I think it's perfectly fine. We all talk about it, but fuck. I cannot believe the whirlwind that has been my life for the last, not even 6 months, since Chris Watts brought us all together. It just blows my mind. It blows my mind. Yolanda, when I complete these little ones, I often go to like health and wellness retreats and day spas or even pubs and restaurants, and they have a little games table or like a little bookshelf with games on it, and I just put this in my handbag until I'm in one of those places, and I just tuck it on the shelf, and I sometimes put a little note on the back, you know, share the love sort of thing, pass it on, like pay it forward, some sort of little message. These little ones, because these are, I mean, if you're a backpacker or you're traveling and you went into like a little cafe or bar, you're not going to be able to do a 3,000 piece jigsaw, are you? But you could easily do the 88 piece. And I don't even mind if a little backpacker or traveller picked it up and took it with them, because I kind of like the idea of it travelling around. It's so cute. Look at it. Ladybird books for grown-ups. Whereas these ones, and I haven't even opened this one, I get a new puzzle every summer. I like having a card table just over here, and when people visit they can put, you know, 5 or 10 little bits in. And these ones I do actually save and put the puzzles back in. I only just discovered it. I'm just taking the price tag off because it's right, not because I care. They cost $20 Australian, but it's right in the middle of the print. I discovered these Jenny Sanders Australian puzzles, and they're 1,000 piece, I believe. Yep, 1,000 piece, and they're all like, they've all got VW combis, bugs, the old Sandman pedal van. Here you go. There's some on the back. They're cool, like all these 70s cars. And the one I did last year was the Sandman panel van. This mother took forever to finish. God, this was the best feeling when when I finished this one. This was the one I did last summer. Look at all the blue. Like, not just the van, the sea, the sky. It was, oh man, it was a challenging one. But yeah, she puts out one a month, I think, each year. Because there's heaps of other ones. There's one here that's really cute with a little caravan. That's the one I've got. Oh no, that's not. That's a different one. So yeah. We went from talking about con artists on YouTube to puzzles. And sorry, I'm just catching up. The chat must be feral now too. Sorry about your mum as well. We should start a little club. I mean, my sister and I started a club here, which we call the DMC. Please, if anyone gets offended, don't. It's not, I'm not making this comment to have a dig at you. This is how my sister and I dealt with this, because we lost our mum before everyone except 2 of our friends had lost their mums. We were, you know, the first batch of people losing their mums, and we call it the DMC, but it stands for the Dead Mothers Club. And we used to go to like lunch together on Mother's Day, because Mother's Day is the worst day still for me. Like Mum's birthday, the day she died, I've found other things to do on those days to give them other significance in my life. But Mother's Day is shit. And yeah, so we started the DMC, and the sad thing is, well, not the sad thing, it's actually great because we're there to support them, but the group's grown significantly, and we still have regular dinners and catch-ups. Maybe we need a YouTube DMC. Because it's also good to be able to go into a group with people and chat and laugh, you know? Like, everyone expects when you lose someone that you've got to be an emotional wreck all the time, and the laughter is such a huge part of the grieving and the healing as well. So that's why we sort of created it, so we had this safe space where we could all hang out and not be judged because we were laughing about our dead mums. But I mean, I don't know your mums obviously, or the gorgeous people in here who've lost their mums, but my mum was a fucking hoot, and we have brandy and dry, which I can't stand brandy, so I have Bundy, which is a rum, because it sounds a little bit like brandy. And we dance and put music on, and we remember our mums fondly, and maybe we need to do something like that. Instead of doing a true crime channel, maybe I need to do a little channel for, although how do we stop people that, can't really have someone at the door going, show us your mum's death certificate. But yeah, the Dead Mothers Club. It's been very cathartic and helpful for my sister and I, because we were pretty young when our mum died. So I don't know. I'll read the comments later and see how you all feel about that. I'm going to jump straight to the bottom because I think you guys have been chatting heaps and I've missed out stuff. So if you did ask a question or say something that I haven't addressed because the chat's not on the screen, let me know and I will chat. So yeah, just if you don't mind, because it's really scrolling up's like I get sidetracked. Give me one more second. I need to blow my nose. That wasn't very dainty of me. I hope Angie's still in here. I mentioned the fuck word, being there. Do you do stuff on your channel? Do you have a channel that we can all sub to? That's really sad to hear that. But I've got to say, good on you for being out and about and doing stuff, even on the crazy YouTube world. You don't. Fuck. I'm not going to be one of those people that just start saying cliched Hallmark card stuff to you because it might, you know, might make me feel like I'm saying the right stuff. You're more likely to get me trying to make you laugh and cheer you up, and also probably saying really inappropriate stuff. Because all of that, oh, you know, you'll be fine, or how you doing, or that kind of stuff. Well, the drama, what a great distraction. Fuck me dead. I kind of feel like if I was dying and I was watching all of that drama, I'd just be like, thank fuck I get to leave this place soon and get away from all this shit and all these shitty people. Oh my God, Anarian, your humour would be superb. I used to sit up when Mum was in the Whittle ward, which is like the point of no return, as she called it, in Hobart. You know, the palliative care place. I used to sit up with the nurses doing stand-up, trying my stand-up material out on them. And one night, they had three people got wheeled out in a row on the little gurneys, on the little trolley things, that, you know, fully covered, being taken off to the morgue. And we all made jokes, the nurses and I, about death and so on. But I just said, holy shit, you guys having a clearance sale. And even the night my mum died at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I just went and sat in with the nurses in the nurses station, and we just laughed. And it's not disrespecting Mum. She was a hoot. She came out with some fucking brilliant one-liners right before she died. It's just the way she was. I mean, we were kind of raised to know that we were all going to die at some point, so we weren't freaked out by it when, I mean, not that Mum knew when we were little that she was going to die while we were still young, but well, being there, if you do come to Hobart to see your brother, please, seriously, let me know. I'm going to put an email address and a few things in my description, and I know that you'll probably want to have, you know, really precious time with your brother and all the rest of it, but I also know siblings, and if your brother gives you the shits and you just want to break for half an hour, let me go. We'll go and have a fucking espresso martini at one of the bars down in Hobart on the docks. It'd be an absolute pleasure to buy you whatever you want to drink. Correct, we are all dying, and it's a shitty card you've been dealt, that you're going to die sooner rather than later. But that being said, I could go back down to the beach this afternoon and drown, or get bitten by a snake, or... I think the important thing is, even if you've been given a bit of a timeline, is to make the most of the life you've got. And, I mean, you are. Look at you. You're watching me. Which, we're in Australia. We're all too fucking hot to go outside, so we're all sitting on fucking YouTube. Hanging out. You do being there. You're hilarious. I don't know if you responded when I thought you were stalking me or out the front with binoculars, but I hope that made you laugh. But I will, seriously, if you somehow work out a way, we can get in touch, or I'll put my email address. And if you do need a break from your brother, if he's just giving you the shits and saying brother shit, and you need a break, let me know. Because, you know, life is fucking short, as you would know, and I do too. And bite the bullet and do stuff. Fun stuff. What I wanted to see was if the fuck word apron has fuck cancer on it. It's got fucking everything else on it. I might have it. It takes forever to read this. Thank you being there. I mean it though, I'm serious. I love showing off Tassie, and I love hanging out with people and meeting people, and I think you'd be a fucking hoot, and it'd just be fun to hang out and be wankers together. See, I'm not that sweet. I just called you a wanker. Oh, and how appropriate. I can't find fuck cancer, but the fuck word apron. Look, fuck wankers. Is that on the screen? Fuck wankers. It's the best. It's just got fucking fuck everything. Funk Trumpty Dumpty. You are a wanker. You are. Fuck swearing. Fuck kale. I'm actually going to do a video just for this apron. Fuck emojis. Fuck dog poo. Fuck getting old. See, there you go. Fuck getting old. See, I don't want to get fucking old. Fuck selfie sticks. I bought a fucking selfie stick, and I hate selfie sticks and people who have them. And fuck that. Fuck boutique. But yeah, I'm going to do a whole fuck Tinder. It's a ripper, honestly. It's got so many things on there. And there's even the... It's not ideal to try and do this with the fan going, but it's got the... I'll put my finger here. Fuck believers. But look, it's got fuck me, fuck you, fuck this, fuck that. Fuck working. This apron is the fucking best. Cynthia, you're already using the Boobinas. Nice work, gorgeous. Isn't this the coolest friggin' thing? So yeah, it should have fuck cancer on it, and I can't say 100% it doesn't. It's got fuck PMT, fuck man buns, fuck vegans, fuck Molly Golightly Spa, fuck Lady A and her fucking bullshit. Let's do this. Let's just cleanse ourselves. Just fuck stuff. Everyone just write in there whatever you want. Just shout it out there. Fuck. I thought you just said you needed a fuck, Cynthia. You need a fuck bib. But if you need a fuck, you fuck. Fuck that. Fuck Molly Golightly spa packages. Your birthday being there, 18th of March. You want to make it to 50. So how old are you now being there? Do you say fuck menopause? Fuck yeah. Fuck Tiffany. Fuck Tiffany Blue. Fuck dying. I agree. Where the fuck are my glasses? This is great. Fuck liars and scammers. Fuck Tiffany Blue purses. Fuck Molly Fooper. Clusterfuck. Fuck aging. 48. Yeah, 49 this year. You share the same birthday as one of the loves of my life who was a fucking cockhead. So, fuck that cockhead. He was one of several Bens I've gone at, but I can't say fuck Ben because some of the Bens I still think are gorgeous and other Bens. But yeah, fuck the Piscean one. Fuck cockheads. Fuck cockheads for sure. Fuck narcissists. Fuck Molly Golightly's muffin top. Fuck him. Fuck her. Fuck stupid people. I'll just throw in some fucks. In fact, this can be the fuck apron special. I will have to do this again though, because this is fun. It could be the fuck apron therapy where I just wear it and we all just come in and just get to say fuck. Yeah, definitely fuck mean people. Tattoo girl. Oh my god. Every week I need to do a fuck from something off. Alright, I can't show you the rest of the apron. The fuck apron. Fuck New York. Fuck bullying. Well, fuck people who say bullying when it's not actually bullying. It's just someone being rude. Fuck those fuckers. Fuck hyperbole. And people who use trolls incorrectly, they can get fucked too. Someone disagreeing with you is not a fucking troll. Cynthia's in my child-free group. She'll vouch for the fuckers who go, that is a troll. It's like, what, because they said something you disagree with? Get fucked. But I can't say that because we're not allowed to tell our members to get fucked. But fuck, I want to. Do you, Cynthia? Just sometimes just go fuck yourself. And then someone would have to kick me out and I created the group. Fuck asshole mods. Well, my mods don't do anything. That was a double fuck. Fuck-a-doodle-doo. Hi, girly gamer. Where the fuck have you been? Oh my god. My mods are great. They don't... Oh no. I just... By way of explanation, I've got an apron that I got for my birthday that's got a heap of different fuck things all over it, and we just like fuck paleo, fuck hipsters, fuck hipster puzzles, fuck scam artists, and we're all just getting it out of our systems. So I'm going to pinch that idea, tattoo girl, and I'm going to, once a week, I will do a piece on YouTube that will be one of the fucks. Except I won't be able to put fuck in the title. Oh, being there, no, I'm glad you did share that because you're in the right place. Fuck Democrats. Fuck climate change. I do have the best mods. I'll just say duck. Yeah, can we come up with a different word though? Because duck is a bit, you know, when your phone autocorrects fucking to ducking. I mean, fuck autocorrect. Autocorrect. My phone's a lesbian, and a Shakespearean one at that. It changes things like rug, like hug to rug, lunch to munch. What else is there? One of my friends who's a lesbian, it seems to happen more often when I send her messages too, and she's just like, you don't have to talk lesbian to, you know, be cool with me. Just be yourself. And I'm like, with my fucking phone. And, yeah, hugs being there. I agree, Tabby. Oh, sum it up, the lady. Yeah, okay. I'll sum it up really easily. Watch Majestically Mandy. Find her channel. Talk lesbian. Find her channel being there, and she went live for a couple of hours, but it goes into a lot of detail. Hillary wants the goss as well. Okay, well, essentially the gossip is Lady A fucking shot herself in the foot, and she's fucking history. And for people who've just walked in, they'll be like, who's this idiot? We're in the middle of getting rid of our demons by saying, oh, sorry being there. No, I will be serious. Majestically Mandy did a 2 and a bit hour live, and she goes into a fair bit of detail. And Critters and Tiffany, who were both mods for for Analyzer, Lady A, they're in there as well. And so Mandy's really good, and she goes through what happened in a bit of detail, and there's a lot of support there too for Critters and Tiffany, because they were Lady A's biggest supporters. Fuck anal, exactly. And it turns out she's a con artist. All the illnesses, which a lot of us, depends on what anal we're talking about here. Fuck NK's empanada. Although I don't think that had anything to do with him killing the kids. I think it could have been another empanada, or he just would have done it at some point. Fuck Chris Watts. What a... Fuck them both. It's like that little gif of that cat that's like, fuck this, fuck that, fuck that too. Fuck off. So basically, Lady A, Mrs. Analyzer has, eventually everyone has seen the light, and now everyone knows that she's a bullshitter and a fraud and a scam artist. And, being there. Yeah, well, Bella, there's definitely talk about that, because there's things like, Mandy did start talking about that in her video, and I don't know, fuck MLMs, fuck Thrive, fuck Lavelle, fuck, what's another MLM? Avon. Oh no, they went broke. There could be some financial, it's very cathartic, go Joe, you just, fuckity fuck, fuck-a-doodle-doo. There could be some financial fraud and shit going on as well. There's talk about her husband's email address, the PayPal, all going to him while she's getting disability. And then, of course, there were donations. But what I was going to say, being there, don't feel bad that you fell for it, because a lot of people did. And she was smart enough to prey on people who bought her story. And they bought her story because they've got good hearts. And seeing Critters and Tiffany today, and how gobsmacked they are and horrified they are, but the amount of support that people were giving them. Fuck catfish. What, the actual catfish, or catfishing generally, or the show? Because catfish are funny, they've got their little whiskers. Well, that's more like a naked mole rat. I do very good animal impersonations. Fuck catfishing. I got catfished. No, I didn't. I catfished a scammer, didn't I, Cynthia? But he was a Nigerian scammer. I catfished him so he didn't fuck someone else's life up. Fuck tuna fishing. Yeah, definitely fuck SeaWorld. And zoos. Fuck zoos. Let the animals roam. Let them eat humans for dinner. Seriously. Fuck circuses. Yes. Except Cirque du Soleil. Fuck taxes. Fuck the kid that led to Harambe being killed. That little fucker. That little cunt. Fuck cunts. Give me his email and I'll catfish him too. Oh, he's long gone. Fuck pimiento cheese sandwiches. What flavour is that cheese? I don't think I've ever tried it. It's not readily available in Australia, but we've got so much bloody amazing cheese. Not just Australian cheese, but like imported cheese. Oh my God. Pimiento, is it a little bit like a jalapeno cheese? That kind of... You go wash your lady, Ange. Fuck dirty ladies. You go and tidy yourself up. Fuck SeaWorld. Justice for Harambe. We've covered everything. I love you, Ange, so much. So much. Keep me posted about your car, too. Now go watch your lady. You dirty bitch. Fuck, is it time for me to get off here and go for a swim? This is about an hour and a half of me crapping on. I do love our little gang, though. You know, when... you dislike swear words, you don't need to use such vitriol initially. Okay, fair enough, Aoife, but the fact of the matter is, we're talking about an apron I was given for my birthday that's called the fuck word apron, and it's got a heap of things on there, and we were all just having a little impromptu therapy session. There are people in here that have got hardcore serious things going on in their lives right now, and we were having a laugh and just dropping the F-bomb so everyone could just, you get it? Fuck yeah. Cool. You do? Well, then this might be the place. You throw your fucks out there too if it makes you feel better. It was just a bit of cathartic cleansing for us. It's stinking hot here. I get, no, of course you didn't, and I get that, Aoife. Sure, I do. It would be a weird thing to walk in on. I mean, I did a live the other day, and I had a, no, you don't need to apologise. You don't. The penny just dropped. Because chat moves, you can't really tell when people arrive. Like, I didn't know if you had just arrived or you'd been here for a while. No, you don't. No. Don't, because it was kind of funny. It was just, I mean, at least I didn't go fuck yourself, Aoife, which could have happened. Yeah, we're all just, fuck yeah. And how much better do we all? I feel so much better. And Aoife, honestly, you're gorgeous, and don't feel bad, or don't apologise, ever. My sister and I always quote, you're very brand new. And like I said, walking in on that, I mean, I did I'll tell you a little story, Aoife, which was on a par kind of what just happened to you. Oh, thank you for subbing. You're a sweetheart. I was amazed that you did that. But I did it would be very weird to arrive there too, in the middle of it, Tevi, you're right. You can ask some advice, Aoife. I was just going to say, I did a charcoal face mask the other day, and it was jet black, and if someone had walked in, and I think Robbie actually did walk in live. So what's up, Aoife? You could ask if I don't know how good I am at giving it, but there's some really smart people in my chat who might be able to help you. You have a mum and brother who have substance-induced psychoses. Wow, that would be full on. That would be very full on. Yeah, Cynthia, I did two. One was a thing, and the other one was a paste. One was like a tissue mask, the other was a paste. Your brother's attacked you. You fled. Whereabouts are you, Aoife? I don't know, lad baby, Cynthia. I'll have to Google. I need to start doing lives with a pen just to make notes. God, it's still so hot here today. I mean, it's first world problems compared to Aoife, but... So you're in the UK. Are you at home now and safe, or have you, when you say you fled? You fled Ireland. King Island being there, one of my favourite parts of Tasmania. Good advice, girly gamer. So you guys are really good. Right, so you had to leave Ireland and now you're in a refuge. And when you say UK, you mean England? Yeah. Are you're safe though? You're okay? Cool. All right. So what was the advice? Um, did you want to know what to do, how to handle it, or agree about the wall? No, you can keep going, Marianne. It's good. I just wanted to see what Aoife's if Aoife's okay. She just said she wanted some advice, so I'm just waiting for that. Because there may be a chance for us to all do a bit of a purge for Aoife, you know, a fuck whatever it is. I mean, fuck, what was it? The drug-induced psychosis. That's a shitty thing to deal with, especially with a mother and a brother. So, yeah, we could all just, you know, fuck drug addiction. Well, Aoife, you've got a lot going on in your family. Fuck shitty families. You broke down on a live crying. I wouldn't feel bad about that. People, the one thing that I do, I've been on here talking like a lot about how negative and scary YouTube is for people that have only just discovered it, how full on it can get. But I'll tell you what the plus side of it is, how refreshing it is to watch people being themselves and being real. And don't get me wrong, there's people that clearly aren't doing that and that have taken advantage and all the rest of it. But I personally think, why would you waste time watching TV anymore when you can hang out with real people? And, you know, like in my lives, I have a nice small group of people and we just have a bit of fun and we prop each other up. But I've cried on a live and I've cried from laughing so much. I think everyone wants to be loved by their family, but it sounds like, Aoife, your family's got some massive issues and that's impacting their ability to even love themselves. In fact, they clearly don't. So, Hillary, that freaks me out. Is my head like taking up your entire living room? Creepy. Doesn't need to be that big. It looks fine on a little phone to me. Yeah, I agree with what Yolanda's saying, Aoife. I think the cream always rises to the top, right? So if, and I feel that way a bit about Mandy today with all the stuff that she went through, that people are finally realising they'd wrongly accuse her and so on. The cream rises to the top, right? You know, the truth prevails. And with your family, it sounds like they've got some serious issues and the issues stem from them not really loving themselves at all. And I think you need to focus on your own self-care and yeah, we're so similar being there. Seriously, you come to Tassie, let's drink shit and eat some triple cream brie from King Island. But if honestly, you're in a community on YouTube where there's goodness abounding. You've probably seen some pretty weird, dodgy stuff as well. And just find little pockets where you can chill out and get support. I mean, we've got my channel. There's a 15-year-old kid in Wales, Phoenix Lightwing, who comes in here from time to time, and he's going through a lot. He's 15. And he's got a lot of friends that are going through a lot of shit as well. And he comes in here and tells us what's going on. And the advice that he's getting from Oh, you're in Wales too. Love Wales. I had a ball there. Let's all go to King Island. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. But yeah, Phoenix pops in and he's got 15-year-old problems, and there's a lot of mums in my lives and a lot of dudes and gay dudes and straight dudes, and well, there's not a lot. I mean, my lives, I don't have 100 million people watching them, but the point is that I've got a couple of hundred subs and there's some decent folk in there, and they come along and give Phoenix support and advice, and the same will happen for you. Everyone wants their families to love them, but sometimes your family, you've just got to accept that at the moment they're probably not capable of it. My experience with drug addiction, I've never been addicted to a drug, but I've known drug addicts, is that it becomes a very self-centered pursuit. And they're kind of more interested in their next hit. That's the reality of it, and where they're going to get it from. And I think that's part of, one of the biggest steps of drug rehab is getting them to accept that this sort of constant obsession with themselves and feeding themselves these drugs is the biggest hurdle they've got to get over. And I'm not speaking from experience, it's like in terms of professional experience, just stuff that I've observed. But a big part of it is they're accepting they've got a problem and they are the ones that have to fix it, and stop blaming everyone else. And correct, Yolanda, sometimes it may never happen either. Sometimes you've just got to let stuff go, even if it's flesh and blood. The trick is you've got to put yourself first, and if you're waiting for them to suddenly drop everything and show you all this love and so on, that's just not going to happen. So try to focus on your self-worth and all of your goodness first, and then be prepared to be pleasantly surprised. And if it doesn't happen, if you're not pleasantly surprised, be prepared for that too. But be prepared for both outcomes. Some might come back to you, some might not. It's shitty, it's fucked up, you've been dealt a shitty card. But the one thing I can say is that life is about good and bad cards for all of us. For all of us. No one ever got born and lived a full life and died on this planet without shit happening to them. And it's part of life, because if the shit didn't happen, then we wouldn't recognise the good stuff. I've been Deepak Tori. Namaste. I feel wanky giving advice like that, or just talking like that, like a little monologue. Well, retarded brain dead, Aoife, you wouldn't be able to write anything. Or you wouldn't even know how to go onto YouTube if you were brain. You wouldn't be alive if you were brain dead. It sounds very dysfunctional, like, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but you might be better off without these assholes in your life, to be honest. And you're safe where you are. You've got the opportunity to spot on, Bella Blue. That's kind of what I was trying to say in my monologue that became a soliloquy at some point. But yeah, if you're safe, that's a huge tick. Yolanda's superb, isn't she, being there? You are too. Everyone is. You're all superb. But if honestly, like, I'm about to go. I am about to end this because it's really, really hot here, and I've been on for like nearly 2 hours, and I was just killing time till it cooled down a bit to go for a swim. It is really hot, but it's getting a little bit overcast, so I'm going to wrap this up shortly. But if you're always welcome to come in here. You love hot weather? It's hot. Cynthia, the beach is just there. Just out there. Hang on. Oh, it looks far away because my house is sideways on a hill and the beach is like that in front of it. But basically I walk down my street about 150 metres, cross a road, and I'm at the top of the sand dunes, and then it takes 2 to 3 minutes to get down through the dunes onto the beach. But I can show you the view, but yeah, it's no, you're not going to be able to see it. I do, there are some videos on my channel actually of me on the beach, so have a look. But yeah, it's just down, you walk there, it's not a, you don't drive to it, it's there. It's there. A lot of smoke's starting to blow down this way though, with the afternoon sea breeze comes in just before 4 and it's 3:45, right on time. The wind changed, smoke's starting to come through. Well, I love it and I'm going to go and enjoy it. Aoife, you're welcome here anytime, but we are very silly in here. We are being there, which is why I've got to load up 50 plus again before I go back to... I mean, I came back inside because it was getting so intense, so... I kind of want to end on a... rubbing the warm weather in. Yes, Yolanda, we all will, I agree with you. Lots of good vibes for you, Aoife. And drop in any time. And you got away and you're safe, that's the main thing. And if you want to lean on this little YouTube channel and little community in here, go for it, because the people in this little group blow me away every single time I do this. I will take some photos. I can't share them on YouTube yet. I don't know how to do it apart from just holding it up and going, right. We can talk about sunscreen for sure, Yolanda. Being there, take care. See you soon. Stay groovy, everyone. If you want silliness, you'll probably find it on my channel, and a shitload of swearing. Sorry again about that, Aoife. Janelle, just in time to say goodbye. And I'm going to pick one random fuck off my apron. Fuck supermodels. Fuck them all. Stay groovy. Talk soon. I don't know why I licked my finger and just did that, but... Oh, now I'm doing this. Who does this? Fuck. Just fuck off.